Alright, so get this. Windows Defender, the very antivirus that comes pre-installed with Windows, could be the thing that allows malware to install itself in your System32 folder. The meme, "you were supposed to stop them, not join them," comes to mind. So I'm going to do a quick demo to show you what it actually means. So there's this application called redsun.exe. This is the exploit. We're going to run it and just watch what happens. We run it, Windows security says threat found, but that itself is the exploit. You see, when we try to stop this threat, we quarantine it. Whoa, did you catch that? We just had another terminal open up in the System32 folder. And if we check, who am I? You can see we have full system authority on this terminal. A hacker could basically use this to gain access to your System32 folder and embed whatever kind of rootkit or malware they choose. And if you noticed, when we ran this file, we did not run it as admin. So by default, a normal file executing on your system should not have administrator privileges to reach System32, but the exploit of Windows security detecting it is exactly what allows it to do that. Isn't that funny? So malware is more powerful because of Windows Defender detecting it? I know it makes no sense, but that's exactly what the Redsun exploit does. Now you might be wondering, well, how is this possible? Now that's thanks to the way Windows treats files on the cloud. You know OneDrive, how it has your files stored on the cloud, but you can still view them on your system? And it turns out, for whatever stupid and hilarious reason, as the author of this exploit says, the antivirus that's supposed to protect decides that it would be a good idea to just rewrite the file to its original location. So this proof of concept abuses that behavior to overwrite system files and gain administrative privileges. So this appears to be some kind of mishandling of the cloud files on your system. But the thing is, the file does not have to be on OneDrive. It does not have to be on cloud. It simply needs to say that in the code to fool Windows Defender. So if we take a look at the code, it just needs a simple flag. Hey, I'm pretending to be a cloud file. And then the exploit could write itself to System32. It's funny looking at some of these functions over here. Now, the author of this exploit released 3 back-to-back projects that all show vulnerabilities in Windows Defender, effectively 0 days, that were out there. And Microsoft did not take notice for very long. So kind of scary considering how many people rely on Windows Defender and have it installed and protecting their system. How many corporations use Windows Defender or the enterprise version as their main EDR solution. And mind you, this is not very sophisticated code. An attacker could potentially use this to embed a very powerful rootkit into your system. Ransomware authors could have a field day with it. Get access to all your backups, and even if they didn't have admin privileges before, well, thanks to your antivirus Windows Defender. Now, I know in every video people ask me, well, you complain about cybersecurity a lot. What's your solution? Well, I don't know. I mean, Microsoft needs to fix this vulnerability, first of all. But this is one of the big reasons I've never been a huge proponent of Windows Defender as your primary and only line of defense, because it just happens to be built by Microsoft. You know, and those of you who've looked at the start menu and how that went down, I just feel it's a lot of confidence to have in Microsoft to get their, project perfectly in order. And also because this is the primary line of defense, any attacker trying to infiltrate your system is by default going to build their exploit, build their malware to get around Windows Defender. It's just the reality of having a base level AV versus something else. None of that is to say Windows Defender hasn't gotten massively better at detection over the last 5 years. We've seen that happen. We've done tests that demonstrate that. But if you are someone who's really concerned about cybersecurity, I think this incident demonstrates more than anything that it's useful to have something other than Defender to protect you at some point. Not saying that's foolproof, but it just won't do things like that. But honestly, I just hope it gets patched. This should not be happening. You should not be able to get a malware to use the detection mechanism inside of Windows Defender to be able to elevate to System32 and place a rootkit there. That's just crazy. Perhaps incidents like this inspire you to get into cybersecurity and learn about exploits and commands and so on. Now, I can't imagine a better way of learning than side by side having your own personal terminal or your virtual machine and the tutorial information. That is what is possible with TryHackMe, one of our partners that support our educational content. Say you want to learn about PowerShell. They've got a full tutorial that you can practice side by side while using your own personalized virtual machine that's set up just for learning this thing. And they have cool names too, the Black Pearl, with the credentials Captain and Jolly Roger. But jokes aside, they have a comprehensive path to learn all the skills that you would need for various cybersecurity roles, like being a security analyst, a pen tester, or a hacker or red team specialist. So maybe you'll be reporting the next Windows Defender vulnerability. Now you can get started with a trial, link in the description, but you also have an exclusive deal as a viewer of the PC Security channel. I suggest you take advantage of that if this is something you want to get into. And like I said, you're welcome to try it out for free. And do like and share this video if you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching till the end. This is Leo, and as always, stay informed, stay secure.